Hi, I am Panda. And today, we will learn how to evaluate auto loan applications. We will show you the step-by-step process on how the credit analyst and designated lending officer come up with a decision. First, who can apply for an auto loan? Must be a Filipino, or even a foreigner but subject to policy requirements. At least 18, up to 70 years old upon loan maturity. 2 years cumulative employment, practicing profession, or business operation. And earning at least $30,000 a month. GMIR must also be at most 40% for income of $30,000 to $40,000, 50% for $40,000 to $125,000, and 60% for more than $125,000. DSCR must also not be lower than 1.25 times. Meanwhile, required down payment is 15% for brand new vehicle and 30% for pre-owned units. As for the term, maximum 5 years for brand new, while for pre-owned vehicles, age of the unit should not exceed 5 years upon maturity. On credit record, borrower must not have adverse or derogatory information. And collateral can be the unit financed, or savings or time deposit for holdout. There are two types of approval. The conditional approval, where conditional credit advice is issued, and the final approval, with the final credit advice. Conditional approval is a special approval, given by credit, to provide swift feedback. It can be given prior to loan confirmation, and prior to income verification. Note that, there's no release of unit under this approval. On the other hand, final approval is the approval with final terms and conditions, granted by required approving authority. All corresponding checkings are verified, and unit is now okay for a release. The bank may extend an auto loan facility to foreign individuals, provided that they are able to meet the bank's criteria and requirements. Example: Mr. Rancho is an Indian national, living in the Philippines for more than 5 years now. His employment, and consequently his working visa, will expire in 2 years. Thus, we will limit his term to 2 years only. Here is the credit evaluation process. The first two, the onboarding and encoding, are done by sales. In onboarding, proper KYC and requesting for complete requirements are done. Then, in encoding, account is encoded in LOS. Here, pre-screening is where credit process actually starts. In pre-screening, CA will check the following: any duplicate or previous application, bank relationships, and negative data. In this stage, CA can already endorse account for reject, BTS, or even for conditional approval. Next is the personal data interview. Here, CA will conduct a phone interview to ask necessary information. It is also to identify if account is for accommodation, which the bank does not allow, or if account qualifies any lending program. Next comes the income verification, where CA will conduct verification on employment, residence, business, bank checking, or trade references. Also, documents submitted must be within 90 days upon issuance for depositors, and 30 days for new to bank. And in initial recommendation, CA will summarize all data gathered, and available mitigants. This is also when CA will endorse the account to DLO, for credit decision. Then DLO will decide if account is approved, denied, BTS, or elevated to higher approval. Here is the common deviations, and its corresponding mitigants. And these are the following common reasons for returned applications. This is it for me. Hope you had fun learning.